Good morning and welcome to Overtime. Today we're going to be talking about the word leadership. Leadership is all about getting others to do stuff. Or, as John C. Maxwell said, being a great leader is all about having a genuine willingness and a true commitment to lead others to achieve a common vision and goals through a positive influence. No leader can ever achieve anything great or long-lasting all alone. If I were to ask you what the greatest or largest animal was, you'd probably think of an elephant. If I were to ask you what the tallest animal was, you'd probably think of a giraffe. What if I said, what's the fastest? Hopefully it's a cheetah or the strongest animal. Yeah, the gorilla is a good choice. What about the wisest animal, the smartest animal? Chimpanzee. If I asked you what the prettiest animal was, it's kind of subjective, but Google said peacock. If I said, what is the most aggressive animal there is? Hippopotamus. But if I asked you which animal was the leader of the animal kingdom, you would say the lion. The lion had none of those qualities, yet he is the king of the animal kingdom. He is able to lead others to follow his whatever control command. I find it very interesting that the lion doesn't have any of the top qualities. So how is the lion the leader if he's not the greatest in any of these qualities? I found some great quotes about leadership, and I'm going to apply them to the lion's life. Before you are a leader, success is about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is about growing others. The lion has to grow himself first before he can become the king of the jungle and lead his pride. First, he has to be able to lead himself. One of my favorite quotes dealing with this is, if you want a greater role, be great in the role that you are given. No one's going to give you a leadership position if you aren't capable of doing the things that you've been asked to do. Next, good leaders must first become good servants. The lion had to follow another pack leader before he became the leader. He had to defeat that leader at some point in time when he ruled the pride. It's interesting. We must first be servants to others before we can be good leaders. Great leaders don't tell you what to do. They show you how it's done. The lion had to show the other lions how it's done by defeating the once king or ruler of the pride. He showed the example, he showed the way, and others then started to follow him. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. The lion, once again, wasn't a leader at first. All of his actions inspired the pride. He dreamt more, had to look at it and say, I want to be the leader. He had to learn how to become that leader. And he had to do more and become more, and then eventually he is the leader. True leaders don't create followers. They actually create more leaders. What's interesting about the lion, he will lead another lion to defeat him. I'm going to end with a story about a man that wanted to change the world. At the age of 20, he set out to change the world. He realized he couldn't do it 40 years later. Now he's 60 years old. He's like, I shouldn't have changed the world. I should have just changed my community. 20 years later, he realized he couldn't change his community. Now he's 80. He said, you know what? I can at least change my family. Took him 5 years to realize, nope, couldn't even do that. He's 95 years old and he's on his deathbed, and he finally realizes, if I would only change myself, it would have changed my family. That could have impacted my community, and then we could have changed the world. So you have an opportunity to be a leader. First, you lead yourself, then the ones around you, and that'll have a great effect on everyone else. Go be a leader. Take the rest of this time to Google, look up leadership type things, and it's all on your own. I don't have a Google form, or we don't have anything like that. Just go be great. Be the greatest leader you can be.